Website finish. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH Plus. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's a couple of minutes past the hour. I'm Successful Brim with the latest in local news on Kcaa 1050 AM. An effort is underway to recall State Senator Jeff Stone of Temecula over his support of a law that requires vaccinations for almost all of California's school children. Once approved, organizers will have 160 days to gather 30,800 signatures, 20% of the total vote in the last 28th Senate District election, to get the recall on the ballot. And repairs will continue next week. Work will begin tonight on the Theodore Street Bridge over the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. The bridge needing repairs will require lanes to be closed. The work will run from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. until the project is completed sometime in the fall. The overpass and the westbound Theodore on-ramp on off-ramp also will be closed during that period. Detours will be posted. Prior efforts to fix the bridge has been halted due to two separate incidents of the birds nesting in the overpass. Inland Empire weather, sunny, highs near the upper 90s, lows tonight about 62. Currently it's 98 degrees in San Bernardino. That's the latest in local news. I'm Successful Brim on Kcaa 1050 AM. This report is brought to you by usuniversity.edu. Few degrees hold the status of the MBA at US University. Complete your MBA program in as few as 12 months. Quality, affordable education. That's usuniversity.edu.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
As the owner of my business, I wear a lot of hats. I'm accounting, sales, and so much more. But I don't know marketing.
Let Dex Media be your marketing department. Our team can create a digital plan for you with everything from search to social. Contact Dex Media, that's DEX Media, to get found, get chosen, and get talked about.
Whoa, that's a job for cleanup, which would be me.
Call 844-230-3436 or visit dexmedia.com today.
KCAA Radio, AM 1050. Hey, tell a friend, AM 1050.
Hey there, sports fans. Chabdog here. You have tuned into one of the best shows on the air for all of your up-to-date sports coverage and news. You haven't laughed so hard and been informed so much until you've heard it from the mouth of the sports expert himself, El Chabdog.
The Fix. Welcome to another edition of Chabdog Sports Talk. Here with your host, El Chabdog. And this is the sports show that's brought to you each week by Chabner Law, serving Southern California's legal needs, transactional legal needs. Chabdog Sports Blog for your headier sports headlines. And the Arnold Goodman Law Firm, Mortgage Mitigation Legal Services. Happy to be here with my trusty co-host, Mike Patterson.
Always a pleasure. Enjoyed last week talking to Coach Mass.
Yeah, you guys really hijacked my show for 2 weeks. Good job.
Yeah, Darren and I had a good time. I mean, you know, he was a broadcast major at Long Beach, Cal State Long Beach.
Yeah.
So.
I should be afraid to have him back on and get squeezed out by you guys, but I will have him back. I'd like to hear firsthand some of his stories.
Oh, Darren and I have a lot of stories.
Yeah. Well, we have a good show for you today. Gary Garver may be calling in. I don't think he's actually on the line, is he? I don't think so, but we may be talking to him. He hosts the Controlled Chaos show. And got three other interesting guests. What I want to know from you is, was that a legitimate no-hitter that Mike fires through this past week?
I think any no-hitter is legit. I don't know that you could prove that he had pine tar on his glove. With Photoshop these days, somebody might have altered, a picture or something. The way they change out baseballs after every ball that hits the dirt, I think an umpire would notice if there was a foreign substance on the ball. I'll be honest with you. I used to put my fingers on the pine tar rag before I went out for an inning. This gives you a little bit better grip.
I didn't know that when I asked you to be my co-host. I didn't know that was in your background, that you doctored baseballs.
I didn't doctor them as well as maybe the Necro brothers.
Maybe touch them up a bit, but...
Yeah, well, I didn't touch up the ball so much as, you just put a couple, you do a couple wipes on the pine tar rag and gives you a little sticky on the fingers. So it helps with.
And your pine tar is legal on bats up to a certain point on the bat.
17 inches.
17 inches.
Yeah.
Yes.
You remember the famous home run that George Brett hit.
Yeah.
And they measured the bat because the width of the plate is 17 inches.
George Brett ran out to the mound like the,
yeah.
He was from the dugout.
Yeah.
And they took away was it a home run they took?
It was a home run. And he hit that home run and I think it was Billy Martin that said, "Check that bat." And they measured it against the plate, 17 inches, you're out. And to me, that's just, picking, just being picky.
So, but they couldn't just outlaw pine tar completely, could they?
No, baseball bats, wood bats, they use pine tar. Pitchers have used a number of substances up until, I forget what year, they used to be it was legal to throw a spitball.
Actually, but how do you know it was legal? You could ask an umpire and they'd say, "Yeah, we don't care about that."
No, they didn't rule out the spitball until I think it was Gaylord Perry.
They actually put something in the book,
right? And Gaylord Perry threw a spitball, and then after they outlawed going to your mouth, you technically could still go to your mouth, but you had to walk off the mound, and you had to wipe. So you could lick, wipe, and get back on the mound. After that, then they started going to the grease ball, the Vaseline ball, whatever, and then that's how you got movement on the ball.
Mm-hmm. So it makes a big difference.
Oh well, if you know how to master it and you know how to throw it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the one I'd like to be able to throw is a knuckleball.
Man, the knuckleball.
That thing is so hilarious, though. The catchers look so terrorized.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they got the big waffle glove, and they're just trying to swat it down.
I watched somebody named Stephen Wright when I was in Boston on a vacation, and my dad and I were laughing a lot, as nobody knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, the knuckleball. The good thing about the knuckleball is if you're a knuckleball pitcher like Tim Wakefield, you can have a long career because it doesn't tax your arm.
Yeah.
You're not throwing 90 miles an hour. You're throwing 58, and the ball's just waffling up there.
Yeah. And it just doesn't hurt your arm. You can just
right.
throw and throw and throw. I think so. Those are the pitchers. There's certain pitchers that get better the harder they work,
Yeah. No, and I was reading a thing about a guy that won the 1950 MLB MVP. I think his name was Joe Constantine.
Joe Constantine?
Yeah.
Or Jim.
Maybe it was Jim.
I think it was Jim, yeah.
And anyway, I was reading the article, and the guy's a relief pitcher. He wasn't even a starter, and he won the MVP. He wasn't a knuckleballer, but, his stats weren't all that great.
He had a ridiculous year, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Ridiculously good.
That was before they even, started specializing with having relievers. Nowadays you got a 7th inning guy, you got an 8th inning guy, you got a closer. Back in that day, he was, the guy that came in and finished off games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was interesting to read that because of all the names in the book, Maury Wills, Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, that was one name that I really didn't know.
Well, I heard that name because I read the baseball encyclopedia when I was a kid. It's part of my Asperger's or whatever we're going to call it, but thoroughly enjoyed it. And that's why I like baseball so much, all those statistics. Who's got really good statistics is Josh Donaldson. You checked that out recently?
No, I have not.
He's turning into a mini Mike Trout.
Oh, Donaldson, yes. Okay.
He's got 30-something home runs, 100 RBIs.
Well, Toronto is a terrific club right now.
I took a picture of my mom gets credit. She took a picture. It shows on her feeder this blue jay and then a cardinal. And the blue jay's taking all the food, and the cardinal's looking in the background. So that's your preview, I think, guys, for the World Series, unless my Pirates can sneak in there.
Well, yeah, the Blue Jays look very good. Donaldson, he's somebody that I was not on my radar, and all of a sudden, he's got 34 home runs and like 100 RBIs.
Yeah.
So he's. They're saying that he and Trout are head to head in the MVP race.
Yeah, and that lineup is just there's not a lot of weak spots in that chink. I mean, from Bautista to Encarnacion, Troy Tulowitzki.
Yeah,
it's kind of not fair at this point.
Well, they made a couple of acquisitions. They got Tulowitzki, and then they got David Price, and so they're kind of loaded up.
All right, well, we're gonna go to a commercial right now. We'll be back with our first guest, so hang around. It'll be good.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Check out my sports blog, your home for head-of-ear sports headlines. At Chabdog, we cover the world of sports, from NFL to competitive eating. At our blog, you'll also find Chabdog's own brand of uniquely original blogcasts for the major sports events. We hit home runs with our coverage. We also have a reading room where you'll find interviews running across the sporting spectrum, along with our vote questions, our Chabdog Gnostications, and of course our much-beloved Chabdog of the Month. What you can count on from Chabdog is our stretching the playing field envelope to find the humor, irony, and weird connections that are always living beneath the surface of the sporting world. Check us out at chabdog.com.
Yeah, I got that one too. What about Houston, Dallas?
I've got Houston.
You have Houston?
Yeah.
They're winning. And I had Houston.
What about Cleveland and Boston?
Oh, that's all Cleveland.
Oh, darn.
I can't believe you picked against the King.
What?
I can't believe you picked against the King. LeBron.
Who's the King?
You know the King, LeBron.
I have no clue who that is, Chabdog. Enlighten me. Enlighten me.
What about Portland
is that
and Memphis?
Some kind of LeBron? What is that? Is that an electric razor?
Well, he's only the most celebrated, well-known basketball player of all time, or at least in recent times. He's the guy on the Monopoly commercial.
I thought it was Wilt Chamberlain.
LeBron, now, Stephanie, you're just playing stupid here. I know you are.
No, I'm not.
Anybody that could have gotten all those NCAA games right knows everything. LeBron James.
I know more about college basketball than this rigged crap. Which we all know is rigged.
All right, we're back for round two. Chabdog Sports Talk on KCAA AM 1050. There must be something in the water because all the guests are dropping like flies.
Well, I
had the whistleblower attorney all ready to talk to, and I guess David couldn't make the call, so you're not going to get to hear the Ozzy Osbourne theme song that I was going to play for him. Do you know what song I'm alluding to?
Crazy Train?
Yeah, it's a great song. I was really hoping to be
worst concert
jamming.
Worst concert I ever went to.
Yeah? What was wrong?
Ozzy Osbourne on New Year's Eve at the Forum.
He didn't bite the head off a dove?
No, he played for like 35 minutes. He's drunk off his butt.
Does that happen a lot at those concerts?
No, not for the most part. My favorite band, Rush, they always play 2.5 hours, and they do a good job. But yeah, I went to Ozzy Osbourne when I was in high school, and that was terrible.
Yeah, I went to the last really good concert I went to was Steely Dan.
Steely Dan?
Yeah, that was amazing. They played a lot of Asia stuff, and
when where I live out, they have cover bands that play at the casinos, and so I've been fortunate enough to see some nice cover bands, a Led Zeppelin cover band, a Deep Purple cover band.
Oh, Deep Purple! I heard a Deep Purple song on the way up here.
Yeah.
Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the Water.
And that was very apropos to my Nantucket vacation, because on the vacation, my mom took that picture of me. Did you see it with the waves in the background?
No, I did not.
Maybe that's what smoke on the water means, because the waves look like smoke. They look like clouds, actually.
Okay.
White clouds. And then there was a fire in the sky because there were a meteor shower that night.
Oh, yeah, I saw the meteor shower.
Did you see that?
Yeah, at my place, yeah.
Yeah. I told Stephanie Brackett about that, and she can verify she saw some.
So back there, does anybody surf?
I saw one guy trying to surf, but it's not. It doesn't seem like it's done with the same enthusiasm as you see in the Pacific coast. I just didn't get that. There's a beach called Surfside there, but it's not a huge part of life there.
So basically, you're just out there as shark bait.
Yeah. But I'm willing to chance it once every year, a few times.
Well, you have quite the tan working for you.
Yeah. It's those. I guess my parents are to blame for that because I can get very dark, and everybody laughs when I even worry about getting skin cancer. So I'm sorry. You look like you're the opposite end of the spectrum. No offense, but you probably burn like crazy, right?
Oh yeah, I'm the ultimate white guy. So I have a pool, but if I go out in the pool, I make sure I put on sunscreen. Yeah, I mean, otherwise I'd be bright red.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is as far as they're going to take this discussion. But when I was born, they thought I was Asian American because I was really jaundiced. The doctor actually asked my mom.
Well, you don't have the eyeballs for it.
No, but when I was born, that was my skin color because I was jaundiced.
Okay.
It was a really bad case.
All right. Well, let's talk sports.
Anyway, digressing too much here. Are you getting excited about the U.S. Open at all?
I'm not
It doesn't rock your world. It's rocking mine.
Yeah, I'm not a big tennis fan. I mean, I watch the majors. I understand that Roger Federer won the tournament this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, people might have written him off, but obviously he's still good enough to compete.
He's just, doesn't he look like if God could play tennis, he'd play with those strokes? So fluid.
Oh, absolutely. And he's just the consummate professional when it comes to tennis.
The attitude is amazing.
Yeah.
Perfect gentleman all the time, never says the wrong thing. I don't know how he does it, because when you're playing, I played a lot of tennis, and when you're out there and you're busting your butt and you're not winning, it's not a good feeling. Most people get pretty,
So you were more like a McEnroe.
I was but I wasn't because I was a skinny kid, and I didn't want to. One time I was a jerk on the court and I was making a lot of noise and took it a little too far. And the guy on the other end, I beat him, but after the match he said, "You were one comment away from getting a knuckle sandwich." I mean, and he said it in a worse way than that. And this guy would have killed me. He was a big football player type.
Right. No, it's supposed to be a gentleman's sport, just like golf.
But we saw recently did you follow that thing with Nick Kyrgios? He's an Australian player and got into a lot of trouble because he made a comment to Wawrinka, who's one of the big studs on the tour. He won the French Open.
Right, he won the French.
Or something. He said something to Wawrinka about how his buddy Konstantinakis had done something with Wawrinka's, I think, fiance, and it resulted in a big fine.
Okay. Well, Wawrinka, I remember watching the French, and again, I don't watch that much tennis.
He was the guy wearing those shorts that you didn't like.
Well, but all I know is he had a great backhand.
Yeah, he does have the strongest one-handed backhand, I think, in terms of pure force.
Yeah.
Of anybody. And
absolutely. I mean,
so you don't want to get him mad at you. But
no. He pummeled the ball on the backhand, and that's why I couldn't figure out why Djokovic was not hitting to his forehand, because he kept getting beat hitting it to his backhand.
Right.
I'm like,
well, I think Djokovic's strongest shot is his backhand. So I think he was maybe a little stubborn and didn't want to go down the line, just wanted to keep hitting it cross court. But as I recall, Wawrinka was hitting his forehand well in that match too. I mean, there really wasn't any that maybe a little relief, but not much.
Yeah, but he probably played his A game that day. But to me, if I'm pitching and I'm throwing a curveball inside and the guy keeps hammering it, well, then I'm not going to throw that pitch anymore.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting the guy's backhand and he keeps hammering the backhand past you, well, switch it up. Do something different.
Yeah. I think you're saying that Djokovic's coach wasn't earning his money.
Well,
that's Boris Becker.
Oh, Boris Becker.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know that you can coach when you're sitting in the stands.
Yeah, when you're dealing with those guys that are so good, I don't know how much they listen. I mean, you're not supposed to actually coach,
right?
Except there might be exceptions at the end of sets or something.
I don't know.
So we can't really blame. Sorry, Boris, about that. I didn't mean to blame you, but just for the sake of levity. So it looks like the women's, event is going to boil down to whether Serena can complete her body slam, grand slam.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Would that be all four in the same year?
That would be a calendar
year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hasn't been done since Steffi Graf in 1988.
1988. Okay.
And on the men's side, Rod Laver did it twice.
Rod Laver.
You remember him?
Old Australian gentleman.
Rocket Rod Laver.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I've watched tennis over the years. I mean, I've enjoyed some fun matches. I mean, I remember watching Jimmy Connors. I remember watching.
Did you watch Jimmy Connors play Arthur Ashe?
I don't know that I saw him play Arthur Ashe. I remember Connors and McEnroe going head to head.
That would have been great to watch. Those two guys.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like each other,
Yeah.
And they couldn't hide it.
No, and they both had their attitudes. Jimmy Connors, good lefty. McEnroe obviously had his attitude, and now he's an announcer.
Here's a trivia question. What was the name of the racket that Jimmy Connors played with?
I'm going to say Wilson.
It was Wilson. What was the name?
Don't have a clue.
T2000.
Did it have catgut?
Look it up. And it was shaped like this ping pong paddle. It was,
right.
It was really round.
Uh-huh.
And then it had these kind of metally strings in there I don't know. It was pretty funny looking racket but Connors is so coordinated. He always hit it in the middle of this racket, even though the racket had a small head.
That's the amazing thing. But I'm guessing that they were using catgut as strings.
Catgut?
Catgut.
Maybe.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You played tennis. When I was a kid.
Oh yeah, gut.
Yeah, when I was a kid,
I didn't associate catgut with gut. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, when I was a kid and I first started playing tennis, I had an aluminum racket and it had catgut strings.
Must have been powerful.
Well, I mean, it was okay. My arm kind of.
Yeah. Do you have any rotator cuff issues because you're a pitcher?
Not from playing baseball or from playing tennis. Excuse me. Yeah. I had multiple problems with my arm when I played baseball, but
So what's going to happen first? Tiger Woods winning a major or Roger Federer winning a major?
I'd go with Roger Federer.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, but I think it's questionable still on Federer because tennis is it's so difficult in tennis.
Yep.
But if he's willing to kill himself for the next 2 weeks, he might be able to do it. And the world's toughest tennis tournament is the U.S. Open.
Well, what's his best surface?
Grass.
So maybe next Wimbledon. But Tiger, at this point, he had a good showing this weekend. But
yeah, he won. He almost won that tournament.
Well, no, he didn't almost win it.
He was okay. Well, he got to wear his red shirt. He got to wear the red shirt.
Yeah, he was involved, and that's as close as he's been in a long time.
All right. Well, I think we're heading just up to our break. I hear the music. So let's go to our break, and then we'll be back with our third guest. Well, actually our first guest, who better be calling in, or I'm going to be on as you-know-what for that. All right.
Yeah, I got that one too. What about Houston, Dallas?
I've got Houston.
You have Houston?
Yeah.
They're winning. And I had Houston.
What about Cleveland and Boston?
Oh, that's all Cleveland.
Oh, darn.
I can't believe you picked
Whatever.
against the King.
What?
I can't believe you picked against the King. LeBron.
Who's the king?
You know the King, LeBron.
I have no clue who that is, Chabdog. Enlighten me. Enlighten me.
What about Portland
Is that
and Memphis?
some kind of LeBron? What is that? Is that an electric razor?
Well, he's only the most celebrated, well-known basketball player of all time, or at least in recent times. He's the guy on the Monopoly commercial.
I thought it was Wilt Chamberlain.
LeBron, now, Stephanie, you're just playing stupid here. I know you are.
No, I'm not.
Anybody that could have gotten all those NCAA games right knows everything. LeBron James.
I know more about college basketball than this rigged crap. Which we all know is rigged.
The law office of Brandon S. Chabner, serving clients in Southern California with transactional legal services since 2007. We handle general, corporate, outside counsel type work, drafting and negotiating a wide variety of business and commercial contracts, including non-disclosure agreements, independent contractor agreements, and employment agreements. Our experience includes working with public and private companies and involves a broad range of industries, including healthcare, consumer products, real estate, and high technology. Mr. Chabner has over 20 years of legal experience, having worked for some larger national firms and serving as general counsel for a multi-million-dollar private company here in Southern California before starting his own legal practice. His educational credentials include a law degree from UCLA, where he was on law review, undergraduate degree at Yale, where he graduated magna cum laude, and an MBA from Harvard Business School. Other areas of focus for Chabner Law include press release and business plan editing, pre-litigation matters, and debt and mortgage resolution work. You can contact us at 310-698-0740 and at bchabner@chabnerlaw.com.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
All right, we're back. Third segment of Chabdog Sports Talk. Scott Davis, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line. How we doing, Chabdog?
Oh, my God, I connected. I hit a home run. I got a guest on the line. Now, do we have his music? We got some special music.
Valley girl, she's a valley girl.
All right.
That's like my walk-up music to the plate.
That was you in high school, right? That was early 90s.
Yeah, right.
Did Scott, did you play baseball in addition? I know you play football, right?
Yeah, I played a little football, played a little baseball. High school in West Hills, like western part of the valley.
Yeah. What were you better in, baseball or football?
Oh, man, I don't know. I think I put on a Hall of Fame career in both, but if I had to go with one over the other, it probably would have been baseball.
Uh-huh. You kind of look like a little like Mike Trout. You have that, you got that gamer type physique. You know, you have a real compact physique. You look like you came out of
Oh,
diapers ready to play baseball.
Oh, take it as a compliment. I'll take it.
I know. I think I would love to have you as on my team. I'd stick you out there in center field.
Nice.
What did you play?
You know what? I did play in the outfield.
See, I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call. Good call.
And then for football, you played what? Were you running back?
Yeah, I was a running back and cornerback.
Yeah.
Kind of faster on the edges.
Yeah. Yeah. You probably punished people, right?
Or avoid getting punished, one or the other.
But you didn't carry that through to college?
No, I didn't. I hung him up after, and that was my Al Bundy.
Yeah.
That was it.
Where did you go to college?
Went to Cal State Northridge.
Oh.
In the Valley. Yeah.
Home of the earthquakes. What's their mascot? I forgot.
It's the Matadors. Good old Matadors. Yeah.
The Matadors.
You may see him pop in the NCAA tournament every now and then.
Really? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do you remember any appearances, Mike? I got Mike Patterson here. He's my co-host.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, CSUN made it into the College World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a big deal.
It's a good school. I never had the privilege of playing there, but yeah, no, I know about Cal State University Northridge.
Yeah,
they have a good program.
So so Scott, you're in Orange County, but my understanding is that you're more of a Dodgers fan than an Angels fan. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I've since being born and raised in the Valley, always was Dodger blue. But out here in Orange County, wow, it's Angel fans everywhere.
Yeah, I hope not too many of them are listening. It's a fairly, well, I wouldn't call it intense, but there is a rivalry.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a freeway series coming up here. I don't know if it's in the next week or so.
Is it down there or is it up here?
Well, they just had one, and the Dodgers swept them 3 at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, the Angels to me, the Angels they just don't look good. Something looks wrong there. What do you think? I don't think they're hitting enough.
Yeah, both teams seem to be just slumping during this time. I mean, they're just not putting up the run production.
And what do you think about the Dodger bullpen? Because I have my own opinion about it, but
you said, Mike. I mean, the Dodger bullpen is just shaky. I mean, they didn't get any help, and they didn't get the deadline. It's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble. And when you have two horses like Greinke and Kershaw, they can only go so far. You're asking them to go complete games, and we can't win many games when we're only putting up a couple of runs a game.
Right, and like you say, you got two horses that have pitched well. Greinke especially. Kershaw got off to a slow start, and you got Jansen who comes in to close. But in the middle, I don't know. Is it
in the middle? Is bye Baez.
Bye Baez. Every time he comes in, he throws gas on the fire.
Yes, it does. It does.
So do you have an opinion about the way Mattingly manages the bullpen?
Oh, man. Well, that's the thing. It's like, does he leave his starters in longer and then just wait till he can go to the pen? But I just don't feel he's got any confidence in any of those guys. So I don't know. His rotation, he's always with the fundamentals is going the righty-lefty combination, but he's just not pulling the right strings.
Right, and I agree
with you.
No, I agree with you, and I've watched games where I think he's brought in a reliever and left him in too long. He should have gone to somebody else. So yeah, I'm not a.
They got to have their buttoned up and ready to go when they go into St. Louis or Pittsburgh, because it's going to be pressure time.
They got to worry about San Francisco first.
San Francisco,
yeah.
That's a big question mark. Who's going to win the division? But then after that, it's do we make the playoffs, which is with the Cubs looking there the way they're looking.
So, growing up in the Valley and being a Dodger fan, what are your earliest memories? I mean, were you a fan back in the day when they had the the four horsemen, if you will, in the infield. Lopes, Garvey.
You're talking to a
Say.
How Scott? You were probably in your crib when that was happening, right?
Oh, you're that young? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, the four. Yeah, they were a little bit before my time, but you know.
How old were you in 1981? Can you tell us?
I just turned 30.
Okay.
But funny enough, like Ron Say, his son, it played with his son at he was in our little league out in West Hills.
Oh, really?
And we always saw Ron Say around the diamond. Yeah, he was always pitching
you saw
practice.
You saw the Penguin?
The Penguin.
The Penguin, yeah.
That's a
Great
real
guy.
Southern California guy right there, Rod Say. Did he look the same? Did he kind of waddle around and he had the mustache?
He had the waddle. He had the mustache. He was every time he was always throwing BP to his son. I forgot where his son went, but he was always around.
Yeah,
he was always approachable. Just sign autographs for everybody. Just a real cool guy.
Yeah, I loved him. He had personality, and you could just tell, even though he wasn't the fastest guy in the world, he was really efficient with his movement. I mean, I liked watching him move around. He looked like he belonged where he was playing, you know.
Oh, yeah, he was an anchor at third. Were you more of a Fernando Valenzuela guy?
Yeah, my earliest memories, Fernando Valenzuela. I went to the '88 World Series.
You went? You weren't at the game when Kirk Gibson hit the home run, were you?
No, I didn't make that one. That was the one after that. Yeah, that was the one to be at.
You remember that?
I was at the playoff game when they beat the Cardinals.
That was the same year, 1988?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, so that must have been a great atmosphere going to a Dodger Stadium World Series game.
Yeah, it was such a great atmosphere. And then it's like, hey, every year goes by and you're like, how come we can't get back?
I know, and then those things, as I'm a Red Sox fan, so just think how long what I was thinking it was, coming up on.
Well, thank goodness you're not a Cubs fan, because
or the Cubs.
I mean, you would think if you spend $200 million and you got guys that you've let go that you're spending $89 million on, you would think you could put a team together that might be formidable.
Mm-hmm. So, Scott, what about football? Who do you follow in football? College and pro?
Oh, man. I was always a hometown guy, but ever since the Raiders left, I haven't really followed a specific team. But
wow, so you're
Raiders and the Panthers. What's that?
So you're kind of neutral these days?
I'm a neutral these days. If the Rams or Chargers, I don't know if Raiders come back, I would be a fan. But Rams or Chargers come back, I'd definitely be a fan.
Yeah.
Are you a USC or UCLA guy?
Ooh, I gotta go with UCLA.
Okay.
UCLA. I had a lot of friends that played ball with.
He knows
throughout high school.
He also knows a lawyer that went to UCLA Law School.
Right.
Some guy named Brandon, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You don't want all your documents coming back messed up, do you?
No.
No, I have some USC fans, clients too, and I think it's a great rivalry. And you don't. I guess college football, nothing. I guess you said, is UCLA kind of your team?
Yeah, UCLA is a team. I mean, but I always support SC when they're up in the the bowl games or anything like that, for sure. I mean, they're LA.
Well, so what's exciting you right now? Just baseball? Do you watch tennis?
Not so much baseball. Yeah, but the upcoming football season has got to be exciting right around the corner.
You got a prediction
here.
for the Super Bowl winner?
Oh, wow. Good one. I was going to say the Packers until they just lost Nelson yesterday or over the weekend.
Right. And who did they lose to? Remind me.
They lost their starting wide receiver.
They lost to the Steelers.
Oh, the Steelers. Got it.
You better watch out for them, man.
There's so much there's so much parity in NFL football that who knows? After week 12, you might have a clue.
Yeah, you said it, Mike. Yeah, exactly. It's like everybody's in it. That's what makes it kind of good. But
all right, well,
it's getting. Yeah.
Thanks you so much for being our guest, Scott.
For sure. Thank you for having me on the show.
And get back to all that serious stuff you're doing on the beach, okay?
Have a good one, fellas.
All right.
Nice chatting with you.
Thanks for
Nice
calling.
guy.
All right. I think we're coming up on our break here. So we're going to take our last break and be right back with our last guest.
Check out my sports blog, your home for head-of-ear sports headlines. At Chabdog, we cover the world of sports, from NFL to competitive eating. At our blog, you'll also find Chabdog's own brand of uniquely original blogcasts for the major sports events. We hit home runs with our coverage. We also have a reading room where you'll find interviews running across the sporting spectrum, along with our vote questions, our Chabdog Gnostications, and of course our much-beloved Chabdog of the Month. What you can count on from Chabdog is our stretching the playing field envelope to find the humor, irony, and weird connections that are always living beneath the surface of the sporting world. Check us out at chabdog.com.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Yeah, I got that one too. What about Houston, Dallas?
I've got Houston.
You have Houston?
Yeah.
They're winning. And I had Houston.
What about Cleveland and Boston?
Oh, that's all Cleveland.
Oh, darn.
I can't believe you picked against the King.
What?
I can't believe you picked against the King. LeBron.
Who's the King?
You know the King, LeBron.
I have no clue who that is, Chabdog. Enlighten me. Enlighten me.
What about Portland?
Is that some kind of LeBron? What is that? Is that an electric razor?
Well, he's only the most celebrated, well-known basketball player of all time, or at least in recent times. He's the guy on the Monopoly commercial.
I thought it was Wilt Chamberlain.
LeBron, now, Stephanie, you're just playing stupid here. I know you are.
No, I'm not.
Anybody that could have gotten all those NCAA games right knows everything. LeBron James.
I know more about college basketball than this rigged crap. Which we all know is rigged.
All right, we're back with the final segment of Chabdog Sports Talk, AM 1050 KCAA. Anyway, let's go right to our next guest. It's Bobby Ruckstuhl. Bobby, hello. Is Bobby there?
Hello, how you doing, Brandon?
All right, hey Bobby. I had some music for you. I don't know if we can get it up in time, but it's a little obscure, actually.
There we go.
Come on, girl. Yeah.
You know what this is?
It's me, Jackie Moon. Remember that look?
All right, cut it. It's for semi-pros like you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice way to welcome me in. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, hey, I wasn't really any part of a pro except for the fact that I won $500 playing tennis once in winning the Baltimore Open when I was 18 years old.
That's 500 more than I ever won.
Nice.
You never won any money, Mike?
So you're a winner.
Well, playing blackjack, but
What, Bobby? What did you say?
So you're a winner. That's
I
all that
am.
counts.
And once in my life, I won a tennis tournament that paid me. Well, actually, I won the. I don't know if I should say this on the air. I won the big tournament in Manhattan at Manhattan Country Club, and I made some money for some other people. It's a big Calcutta event. You familiar with those things? Anyway, people bet on the outcome and stuff. It's all for charity. It's all good. Anyway, I digress with that. Bobby is you played. You call it minor league football?
And, yeah, the minor leagues.
The minor leagues, which people don't know.
Semi-pro minor leagues.
Yeah, and how it did really 13 years.
Played 13 years. Played 13 years of minor pro. In training camps in USFL in 83 and 84, in camp with the Steelers till the last cuts in 85.
Oh.
And the rest of it was all semi-pro and Team USA.
Wow.
What position?
Played center.
Ah.
Wow.
Brandon was guessing.
Smartest guy on the field.
Yeah. Brandon was guessing guard. I was saying, well, maybe he was a center.
Well, I knew you were a big guy, but when you hear an offensive lineman, I know my mind generally goes to tackle and guard just because there's so few centers. I mean, there are less of you guys, but I know you're very important. So I didn't mean to.
Well, we know we're important too.
Yeah, you're really the. I mean, you got to be thinking of a lot of things, right? I mean, that must be just. You must be exhausted.
Seriously, it's a very demanding position. You have to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people really recognize or understand how much demand is placed on the center. You get up to the line of scrimmage before everyone else. You have to read the defense. You're making the offensive line calls. You have to know. You don't have to know just the center. You have to know every position on the line. Typically, you're making a line call for the tight end as well. And if you're a good center, you're reading up the safeties as well as the linebackers, so that you can see if there's a blitz coming in, if you can call blitz coverage or package, so you can make adjustments on the line for blocking schemes. A lot of times when the center's making his calls, it helps the quarterback actually make a read to check off and check into a different play.
Because I think most people feel like the quarterback is the most important person on the offense, but you don't hear a lot about the centers. But it sounds to me like the center, if the center's not on the top of his game or pretty darn good, that can really be a problem.
The center can really make a quarterback.
Yeah. You know of it, like in the NFL right now, if you had to list 3 or 4 really good centers, who would you list?
The kid up in Seattle, Mack in Cleveland, and I would say those would probably be the 2 top right now.
Well, when you say the kid in Seattle, are you referring to the guy that got traded, Max Unger?
No. The kid that replaced him is actually going to be better. Unger had a lot of injury issues. He wasn't durable. So he's down in New Orleans, and we'll see if he can make a whole season.
So
that was last year. Mac got injured, and that was he missed the first games of the first 6 years of his career. So durability is a huge factor in how long and how well a center can play.
Yeah, I had a friend that played on the same offensive line at the University of Oregon with Max Unger. So always been a big fan.
Well, it sounds like you were really durable. 13 years. Wow. You must have been tired.
13 years. I'll tell you. The last 2 years I played, though, the position wears on you. I had a crushed nerve in my right shoulder the last 2 years I played. It's one of the reasons I decided to hang it up. So if I would pick up a blitz the wrong way, it would just cause that stinger to come back, and it would just burn, and my right arm would be just dead. It would literally just hang and swing like a pendulum. So the quarterbacks would get you could see their eyes getting real big if I came in the huddle and held my left hand up calling the huddle instead of the right. They knew I'd be snapping left-handed that play. So,
you must have aches and pains that we can't even imagine.
Yeah. How are your knees?
What knees?
Exactly.
They're shot.
Exactly.
So Bobby, how big are you? How tall? How much? And when you were in prime shape, football shape, what were you weighing?
Well, program height was 6 foot, so I was scraping underneath that, so that was good.
Yeah, but
I was vertically blessed. Vertically challenged and horizontally blessed.
So you're a wide
just
body.
Just under 6 foot. Yeah, played at 285.
Oh, nice.
So, and back in the 80s and 90s, that was a pretty good sized guy.
Yeah, I'd love to watch one of your workouts to see what you were putting up. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Well, when I went to camp with the Steelers, people might remember there was a guy named Terry Long who played right guard.
Yeah.
And Terry Long was legitimately 5'9", 295. And he could bench 5 1/4 in sets. He was ridiculous.
In sets of 5?
And when I went to sets of 8 reps, 3 sets, 5 1/4, it was crazy. Mike Webster was benching 500, and he was midway through his career. So
Mike Webster
those guys were benching in the 5.
You were in the.
He was an animal.
Were you in the 4s?
Amazing.
In the mid 4s?
No, I was 450, and I cranked out one set of 485, and that was the best I ever did.
Oh.
I could never break that 5 mark.
Hey, I'm in awe of you because I've been trying for 400 forever, and I just get stopped at 360, and I don't know. I guess I have to commit full time to this. Anyway, I wanted you to talk about Arnold Goodman Law and what you do with them real quick because you are a sponsor, and I'm real proud of that because you have great credentials.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
And Arnold does a tremendous job.
Yeah.
Basically, we try to do everything in the environment. You saw what the market did today. We're heading back into that cycle, that 2007, 2008 cycle. There are a number of bad players in the marketplace that just don't respect the homeowners and don't understand that you really need an attorney to represent you. You'll hear lots of argument that you can do it on your own, and there are people that can. But I don't think consumers really understand the time that it takes, the commitment and the focus. It's very much like football that you have to keep repeating this over and over to get it done. The lenders don't really respect consumers. They use the same tactics, and until you get the threat of an attorney really focused on the lender, they just don't take consumers seriously. So.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold Goodman does a tremendous job of communicating. He's not adversarial. He's very respectful with the lenders as well as with his clients. And I think that makes a difference when you can appreciate the people that work for the banks and the lenders. They're doing a job. They don't really have a vested interest. Whereas the homeowner, that's their house. That's their home. That's where their family lives. So working together to try to protect that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, so it's mortgage mitigation services to provide legal assistance in mortgage distress situations. Well, Bob, we're
resolve
coming
that mortgage issue.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of our show. Thank you so much for being our guest, and say hello to Arnold for me.
I will. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun talking to you, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon. So Chabdog is...
All right, thanks. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, Chabdog's going to sign off at this point. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next Monday with a great show. Thanks,
Mike. This is Kcaa Loma Linda, the station that leaves no listener behind. CNBC News is next, a courtesy of BuySellMakeOffer.com, where you can post a video about items you have for sale. Sign up now. It's free.
188 points after seesawing more than 3,000 points during the day. NASDAQ fell 179. The S&P 500 lost 77. The Dow traveled more than 3,000 points, as we said. The index suffering its biggest 3-point loss ever biggest 3-day point loss ever. And at one point, the S&P 500 lost nearly $700 billion in market cap. Crude oil prices fell 5.5% today to $38.24 a barrel. Target has agreed to pay nearly $3 million to settle charges that it screened job candidates based on race and gender. That's according to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
Hey, Bob, how's business? Is the new website helping?
Not good. I can't figure out how to get the website finished. How did you do it?
Easy. I called Web.com. They built my website for free. Then they promoted it on all the search engines.
Like Google, Yahoo, and Bing?
Exactly. And Web.com has helped grow my business so much, I had to bring on new staff.
Hey, if Web.com did it for you, they're perfect for me.
Call now, 1-800-535-8815. That's 1-800-535-8815. Again, 1-800-535-8815.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH+. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's a couple of minutes past the hour. I'm Successful Brim with the latest in local news on Kcaa 1050 AM. Violent and property crimes reported to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department have increased in the first 6 months of 2015 compared to the first 6 months of 2014, according to statistics reported to the FBI. The Sheriff's Department jurisdiction includes the unincorporated areas of Riverside County and the 17 cities. In contrast, the increase in violent crimes is largely due to increases in robberies and aggravated assaults. On the bright side, so far in 2015, there has been a 26% decrease in homicides. And movie theater chain Regal Entertainment Group has begun to check bags in response to shootings at theaters around the country. It's unclear when the policy began, but a Hammett Theater began the policy August 7th. Previously, the Hammett staff had only checked bags, backpacks, duffel bags, and other large items, but they're now checking purses as well. Inland Empire weather, sunny, highs near the upper 90s, lows tonight about 62. Currently it's 97 degrees in San Bernardino. That's the latest in local news. I'm Successful Brim on Kcaa 1050 AM. This report is brought to you by SoCal Toyota Dealer. Toyota's annual clearance event is on now. It's the perfect time to get an amazing deal on your favorite Toyota car, truck, or SUV. See your SoCal Toyota dealer today.
KCAA Loma Linda, your CNBC news station for the Inland Empire.
This is KCAA.
Is your radio station dull and boring like most corporate-owned stations on the dial? Then it's time to tune to KCAA 1050 AM. It will blow your mind and maybe expand it too. KCAA is your independently owned go-to station in the Inland Empire. It's a veritable cornucopia of crazy, an assemblage of awesome and cool, and it's a little weird too. KCAA pumps out more local and national radio each week than most major networks while offering CNBC business news headlines during the week and NBC sports news on weekends. KCAA is unique, interesting, quirky, and sometimes outlandishly crazy, which adds up to a high volume of awesome. And for you audiophiles, KCAA delivers FM sound quality to our transmitter, which is why KCAA is the best-sounding AM station on the dial. So make your day with KCAA and find us online at kcaaradio.com. KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Hi, welcome to AT&T. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari. Brought to you by Compact Asset Management, providing a holistic approach to world-class wealth management. This is your source for up-to-date investment news and expert views. Market Wrap with Mo Ansari is heard nationwide on the radio and worldwide on the web. Visit marketwrapwithmo.com to learn more about the show and Mo. Email Mo at compact.com anytime and call him toll-free on the air right now for answers to your financial questions. 888-581-4140. That's 888-581-4140. Now, here's your host, Mo Ansari.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Market Wrap. I'm Mo Ansari, and for the next hour, I'm going to talk about the markets. What happened today, what to expect tomorrow, in between, whatever you want to know, feel free to give me a call. 1-888-581-4140, 1-888-581-4140, toll free right now. If you have questions about your portfolio, you don't have an exit strategy, you're bewildered of what happened, you don't know what hit you, all of those kind of emotions if you're having, feel free to call me, and I'll be more than happy to help. 1-888-581-4140. Let's start with the numbers. Ugly day in the markets, 3.57% lower for the Dow Jones Industrials, 588 points lower, 15,871.35. S&P down 3.94%, 1893.21. NASDAQ down 3.82%, 4526.25. The NDX down 3.78%, 4038.60, and the Russell down 3.90%, 1111.69.